Welcome to the MyMoto guide to the Cat and Fiddle. Now we're currently in Macclesfield, so we're going to go from the Macclesfield end, and I don't know what road we're on. So we're on the dual carriageway that comes up from Poynton, Hazel Grove Way, to Macclesfield. And what you're going to do to get onto the Cat and Fiddle is turn left at this place, your Origi Bianchi furniture shop. So this is the start of the Cat and Fiddle. We got Biker Pics up here today taking photos, so it's one of the reasons for being up here. So this is the junction where you're going to turn left, or if you're coming from over there is Leek, you get to Leek that way. So if you're coming from that way, you're turning right. How do?
Around the corner for me?
Yeah. Oh, you can you turn right into there? Oh, here? Okay. Yeah, it's on a classic multi-bike policy. So we've got like 12, 14 bikes maybe on it. A little interaction with the police officer there. Just stay nice and polite. It flagged up then as no insurance, which was a bit odd. So I just showed him my insurance certificate on my phone. He was happy with that. Had a good chat, talking bikes, because we're all bikers, aren't we? So had a good chat about bikes. He let me go on my way. Right, so we're going to go back to the start of Cat and Fiddle. So we're finally on the Cat and Fiddle. Right, we're heading up now. This is the worst part of it. This is the built up part coming out of Macclesfield. 30 limit. Now a lot of the Cat and Fiddle is average speed cameras. And it's a 50 limit. I think it's the whole way now. It used to be at one point, it was de-restricted on the Derbyshire side and 50 on the Macclesfield side. Listen to these bikes. But I've got a feeling now it's 50 the whole way. I could be wrong. Now the funny thing about the speed cameras up on the Cat and Fiddle was at one point they couldn't turn them on because there was a cut through. And although the cut through, if you tried riding through it, it was slower than going on the main road, even at 50, but it was a de-restricted road. And going mile by mile, if you had done the speed limit on the cut through, you would have been done for speeding. So they couldn't turn the cameras on. I don't know how they've cured it, whether they've put another camera on the cut through. They might have. I've been riding this road ever since I was 16. Coming up here on my AR50. Now coming up here in the winter, or even Joe, when it's just been raining, this is slippy under here. It's not too much of a bend. It's quite straight. You're only allowed to do 50 anyway, so it's not a real issue, but this is the slippiest part of the Cat and Fiddle coming up here, and this corner is the one where you'd have to just be a little bit cautious. Now we've got a left, right, left, a right, left, right, left, but there is a tight corner coming up, and you don't know it's tight until you come out of the right-hander and see a sudden tight left. So this is one tight one. Not too bad though. This isn't, honestly, you'd think this was a bad bend, but it's not too bad. So we got right, left. Nice. Now you'd think now, oh, I can accelerate now, we're going up the hill, it's opening up. This is where you can make a mistake. Because there's another tight left-hander coming up. Here. So you come round that right fast, run wide on the apex, leaves your early apex in this, and that's when you're going straight on. Now, if you're lucky, if you get it wrong and you're lucky, you run to the other side of the road and there's no car coming. But if you get it wrong and a car's coming, you hit that, or if you get it really wrong, you're just going straight into the banking. Let's pull off here, a little look. So this is, you'll have probably seen on the K3 helmet test video I did. This is where I started. You've got a lovely view down onto Macclesfield over Cheshire. You can see Jodrell Bank over there. Great little bend here, and this cuts down through to the Macclesfield to Whaley Bridge Road. And it's that in itself is a good road. So a lot of the time I'll come from Buxton, I'll turn in there and I'll go down towards Whaley Bridge and then cut over the top to where do I cut over the top to? Disley. Past what used to be a Hilton Hotel over that way. So we can see 50 mile an hour. Now you can still have fun at 50 mile an hour. Just try and take all the bends at 50 if you want. There is a few bends where the tarmac has broken up. You just need to be careful and watch out for those. So we're doing 50 now, nice and steady. This left-hander here, so where these buildings are coming up, this, you often get water running across the road through here. So watch out for that. You can have a bright, sunny, hot day like this, dry tarmac, and then this will be wet through this section. There you go, water running across. Now that will go all the way down that side. It'll run across the road there and then go all the way down to them buildings. So you've got to be just a little bit cautious through there. Great bend as well, which is a shame it gets wet. And this one here as well, this is another one that can get wet. You got lay-bys here. A lot of the time if you're going to get pulled over and checked over by the police, it'll be there. There's not as much of that going on these days. I know I got stopped just then, but there's not as much of that going on these days because the police don't need to really come and put speed cameras on here anymore. I mean, look at the filth there. Look how filthy this is. If you're going quick, this would be a hazard coming around there and finding all that. A friend of mine once said to me, if you see cows, expect SH1T. And that is a very good bit of advice. And he's an advanced biker, so he probably knows more than me. That was Joel, that was. Right, look at the views. You don't need to go more than 50 mile an hour when you've got views like this. You can just enjoy the ride. Enjoy the bike, enjoy the ride. We've got Biker Pics up here, so we're going to give Alex, it'll probably be Alex, give Alex a wave as we go past. See more muck on the road. It isn't the best of roads, let's be fair. I mean, in fact, I'm going to go and say it. There are loads of roads around this area that are way better than this. The Cat and Fiddle Road is only as well known as it is because of what it used to be, not what it is now. I mean, even at the pub now, the pub's now a gin distillery. It is not a bike spot anymore. You have to put your registration in if you stop at the car park. So bikers generally will just stop in the little lay-by across the road, which gets busy, really busy, and they just move on. If you want a nice bike spot just to meet up with other bikers nowadays, go to the Yonderman pub. Not pub, the Yonderman Cafe on the Chesterfield Road. That place on a day like today will be heaving and expect you will probably have to queue for a coffee or a drink, but that is only because it is so popular. So you can just as we come over here, you can see the Cat and Fiddle pub up in the distance. Now this bend down here tightens. It looks like it's an open bend. It looks like it flows in, and it's going to tighten just here. Again, if it tightens, you end up running wide here. That then sets you as an early apex for the next left, which then can send you wide, which isn't what you want. Now this is a great bend. Positive camber going this way. In fact, it's good about going both ways. Look at this scenery. Do you know what? You've got to just take a moment sometimes. You go on holiday, right? This is an example. You go on holiday, you look around the scenery, and you're like, wow, this place is beautiful. Oh, watch out, you got another tight left. So you got a blind right coming up here. It's not too bad. It's not too sharp. Again, we've got a nice steady left here. This widens out. Now watch out for this one. Left, and then tight left. Left and then tight right. So you can't see this tight right coming until now. Oh, sunken grid there, watch out for that. Right, so yeah, you go to another country, you look at their scenery and you go, wow, look at this. Isn't it beautiful? And you think the people who live in that country take it for granted and don't see it the way you see it. And it's the same with this. You've got to just for a moment stop, look at it and go, how stunning is this scenery? If you take someone from anywhere else in the world and bring them here, they will probably be blown away by this. Green rolling hills, little sporadic forests here, there and everywhere. Are they forests or woods? I don't know. Right, so you got a long fast stretch. Watch you don't get tempted into speeding up there, because it's easy to do an overtake and end up going a lot faster than the limit. Also, perfect example here, you get a lot of cyclists up here, so watch out for cyclists. Now this is a cafe. I've never been when it's open. I have never been. But it does look like it's kind of replacing the Cat and Fiddle pub as a go-to spot. I just wish it was open more often, because every time I've been, it's been closed. And today, when I'm not going, it just so happens to be open today. Right, I'm going to pull in here, get a little bit of a gap, so when we go past Alex, I can get a good photo of him. Now, Biker Pics, anyone who's doing a Biker Pics shoot, anyone who's doing a Biker Pics shoot, they have advice for everyone. If you want a good picture, don't go too fast, obviously, don't speed, doing anything stupid like getting your knee down or wheelie and they won't take a photo. Try and have your headlights off if you can. I know a lot of modern bikes you can't, but if you can, turn your headlights off. A little bit of wind, it's not a problem. Lovely left bend there. A lot of people can get that wrong because it's a good one. And then what we're going to do is pull into the pub. Not right into the pub, just pull in front of the pub. Do a U-turn. Give Alex a couple of chances to get some good shots. and then we'll do a Huey Louie down here, do another pass, and then I'll head off towards Buxton. You never know how the photos are going to come out, because if a car or something's coming the other way at the same time you go past, obviously he's not going to get a picture of you. And that's us done. Right, let's carry on the Cat and Fiddle. So you can see there's hardly any bikes there. So this is now coming up to the Derbyshire side. There is a boundary post somewhere along here. Watch out for those bumps. So you can't really see them, but there is those ripples, and it isn't a huge bump. If you were going fast, it would really kind of knock you out your seat a little bit. Now this road here, there's a road that turns off right, and if you're coming from Buxton side, it is die straight. It looks like it just goes off in an absolute straight line. That road, especially before it had speed cameras on it and it was a de-restricted road, that was a brilliant road. It had some huge undulations, so having the potential, I'm not going to say having because I'm not incriminating myself, the potential for wheels to come off the ground was very, very high, but that would then lead into a dip, and your G-force as you hit the dip after the high, shall we say, the G-force was brilliant, and so you'd kind of go from 0 G through a dip with loads of G-force. You'd have to hit the brakes. Yeah, you'd have to hit the brakes under pressure, and then there was like a little right-hander with an Armco at the top, and it just was insane. Brilliant little road, very technical. Again, like I said, more fun than the Cat and Fiddle. There's loads of roads down there more fun than the Cat and Fiddle, because let's face it, sitting at 50 mile an hour is a bit boring. Okay, so we've gone from a relatively good section of road. That middle section is probably the best bit. You come down here, this is all off camber, which isn't very nice. You've got to watch out for sheep on this side. There always seems to be loose sheep, for example up there. So there's always sheep about, watch out for those. And then there's actually more than two, there's a few bends down here that are just rubbish. The tarmac is all broken up, there's potholes. You can see they've done a patch repair on the inside here. Be interesting to know if they've done any more actually. Patch repair there. So this road in winter gets a beating. Yeah, it takes it because it's generally cold, snow, lots of salt. It looks like they've gone through and they've patched it, but in early season, if you come up here like Easter time before they've repaired it, oh no, we have got a pothole right on the inside there, so that's not great. But yeah, you just need to be very careful around these bends. I will admit to coming into these two sharp bends going from Buxton towards Macclesfield, and I think I hit diesel because buses come over here, trucks come over here, hit diesel, ended up running straight into the opposite lane, and then because I was only young at the time, I got a bit of a telling off from my cousin. So yeah, lessons learned there. That's the way to ride, isn't it? If you do make a mistake, which hopefully you don't, learn from it, don't do it again. So, and that is the majority of the Cat and Fiddle. That's pretty much it done. You just follow these classic cars down. We're going to come down to a T-junction. You turn left to go to Buxton, which is the way we're going to go. We're going to go now Buxton, over Long Hill, back to Whaley Bridge. Right, at this point, I'd just like to say thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe. Click the little bell if you want notifications when we upload more content. We'll be hopefully doing a lot more content. coming up. So, and if you would like to help support MyMoto, then please, if you next time you need some bike kit, all we ask is that you come and check out one of our shops or go onto our website and have a look at what we've got first. So we have 3 shops, one in Manchester, one in Leeds, and one at Claycross in Derbyshire. So come and check out our shops. We've got a great range of Dainese, RST, TCX, Risha, Arai, AGVs, Bells, Aeros, D30 Armour, the list goes on and on and on. Cardos, got a good range of Cardos. So yeah, come and check us out. We like to look after our subscribers, so let us know when you come to the shop that you're one of our subscribers, and we'll try and do you a deal. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and ride safe.